Hey, Not Your Mama's Mindset listeners, this is your host, Sarah Smith, and I am in the car with Lainey and Nina, and Lainey had her dental checkup for kindergarten, and now we're about to go do her eye exam, and so we're hanging out with Aunt Ma and Isabel. And last night, on the last wrap-up call for the Impactful Influence course with the Slay Coach, I had a breakthrough, and she discovered something about me that was long needed to be found. And so, you guys, I just put out there into the social media world that I think I'm bipolar. And that took a lot of guts for me to say, and it still feels surreal saying it out loud. And I don't know why, if it's just that I'm ashamed or embarrassed or what it is, and I honestly kind of think that that's what my mom has too, and I grew up around that, and now it's kind of genetically passed down, because I realized some of those symptoms I grew up watching her with. And it's crazy because me and my mom don't have a very good relationship, and it's because of those type of actions around being bipolar, and the fact that I would resent her for that when I'm seeing those same things in myself. It hurts me to feel that way. And so I'm so glad though that I discovered that. And so on the Impactful Influence call last night, I talked to Jamie and I was like, I feel like I'm just on the brink of something huge. Like, my Pinterest following is like 22,000 people, and here I am on season 2 of my podcast and all the things, and I got an article published in Thrive Global and all of this amazing stuff for me and my brand and my business, yet I feel like I'm still not quite there. And I'm realizing that this is what attaining your goals feels like versus already having attained your goals, if that makes sense. So it's what I want to talk to you guys about is the attaining versus already attained. And so this is what it must feel like to be attaining all of your desires, because I'm seeing all of this stuff manifest in my life every single day. Something new is manifesting itself. And so, no, I'm not making $10,000 a month yet. I haven't hit that milestone, and I haven't hit all these income milestones, but I have hit other milestones, and I'm hitting the other goals, tangible goals that I've set for myself in my brand and my business. And so I can't complain. I can't be like, well, I haven't even been able to make $5,000 a month in my business or whatever. But I can say I've been published in a major publication, somebody off of Huffington Post. It's Thrive Global, and I'm on season 2. I'm almost at 30 podcast episodes, a 5-star rated podcast on iTunes, and I speak my truth on social media instead of being scared to cuss or admit who I am or whatever I have to say about my parents or the life I'm living or whatever. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed anymore. I do it. And all of this stuff is just, it's being attained. And, there's this thing that they say, and it's that the journey itself is really the true joy of it. It's the journey before you get to the goal and the end. And of course, you guys know there's never an end. We're always, once we get to a new ring on the ladder, we're going for the next. And our goals and our desires are ever changing, and we manifest stuff and we attain goals and we achieve stuff, and then we move on and we have new desires and achievements and all of that good stuff. But this is what it feels like to start attaining and to really embrace my journey. And for the first time ever, you guys, I'm embracing the journey. Like, if you would have asked me like a year ago, I would have been like, no, like, F Kentucky. I want to move to Florida. I hate this place. Like, I don't like what it's like. I like Florida better, blah, blah, blah. And I would have been stuck on that. That's where you would have found me a year ago. But I never freed my mind to think and be abundant and be grateful and rooted in gratitude about what I have in front of me right now. I never looked around and saw the beautiful nature that's surrounding me, or the beautiful home that I get to live in while I'm waiting for my home, or the fact that I share something with my mom that I used to resent, and now I'm realizing that it's coming out in me. So it's just, all of this stuff is just, I'm attaining right now versus attained, and it makes me just super grateful versus complaining. And I know that if I was my old self, like I said, I would be like, oh, well, I'm not making enough money, so maybe I should just make something else or create something else, because obviously what I'm doing is not working, and blah, blah, blah. But I don't do that. I stay rooted in all the freaking amazing things that I'm doing right now for myself and for my family and for my business. I am kicking butt right now. I have my kids in the car, so I don't like to cuss like a sailor in front of them, but I'm doing amazing. I can't complain that I'm not hitting my income goals, because I'm hitting my impact goals. And I know that along with a huge, amazing, abundant impact, following right behind is the income. So I know it's coming. I'm really not worried about it. I'm relieved and happy and grateful that it's on its way. I know it's on its way. So, like I was just telling Jamie, like, I just feel like I'm on the brink of something huge, and this more than motherhood movement, and my impactful influence on social media and my tribe and those women surrounding me that are moms that I can just lift up and show love. And we got to talking about, like, who is it that you want to serve, and who is it that you are trying to reach out to and really make an impact and a difference in their lives. And my person that I really just want to help are the young moms out there, the young moms with multiple children, and maybe they have a mental illness, whether that's anxiety or depression or bipolar or ADHD or ADD or whatever it is, and they just feel like they literally cannot handle it mentally or physically. They literally feel like they want out of parenthood. This is too hard, like abort mission, jump ship while you can, and they want there to be more than that. And I just want to wrap those women up in my arms and show them, like, it's gonna be okay. You can be a great mom and get over this hump and this struggle, and you can be more than motherhood. You can make yourself a business. You can be independent. You can do whatever you want. Those old goals that you had in high school that you tossed out the window when you got pregnant, those goals can still happen, and you can still make those a reality if you really want to. So those are the women that I'm speaking to, and I just want to let you know that the journey is half the part. And anytime I heard that said before, like, the journey is the blessing, like, I just thought, like, that's bullcrap. Like, I do not believe that at all. Like, I want to be rich and not have to worry about any of this struggle stuff and blah, blah, blah. But the thing of it is, you don't just want to be rich. I don't just want to be rich. You don't just want to be rich. You want there to be a purpose behind the money. Because money spent that was well earned is way better than money spent that wasn't well earned, that was just given to you or whatever. So the thing of it is, when you hear the phrase like the journey is the blessing, or the journey is the winning part, or whatever the freaking saying is, I suck at sayings, but it's not bullcrap. It's really not, because the journey, the attaining, the attaining before it's attained, that's the special stuff. That's the butterflies and the getting the achievement and being awarded that award and opening up your app and seeing that your following increased by 14,000 overnight, and it's getting published and it's writing something and putting it out there and getting accepted in it or whatever. And that's the special stuff. It's not sitting back in a chair rich as heck and just sitting back enjoying it and just saying like, look at what all I done, this is my empire. That's not the joy. The joy is the attaining. The joy is the struggling through, and it's finally starting to break through, and it's finally starting to happen for you. That's the fun parts. Like, that's what I'm finally getting into. Like, I've had the struggle bus for years now, and now I'm finally starting to see that silver lining at the top of the hill, and I'm finally starting to break through all of these amazing breakthroughs and all these amazing achievements that are happening in my life now. And it's just all coming full circle, and it's beautiful seeing it. And I'm just really embracing it now. Like, I know we're about to move states, and like my business is blowing up and all of this amazing stuff, but the journey is just so beautiful now, and I'm just so grateful for it. So as you set those goals, or as you deal with the overwhelm, or whatever stage you are in that process right now, I just want you to be grateful for the journey. Because being rich, or having $1 million home, or living on the ocean, or having an amazing mobile home with 500 acres of land, or whatever it is that your end goal is that you just really want to happen right now, none of that can happen without the journey. So why be miserable on your journey when you can be so abundantly happy and grateful in your journey? Enjoy the attaining part of it versus just looking forward to the end, the attained. And you will be so much more happy and so much more rewarded with that. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Talk to you soon.